Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 19. Now, I am still doing this mission. In fact, it is only a couple hours after the last time you guys saw me. However, it has been a busy couple of hours. What I've been trying to do is sort out what, well, so far I'm finding to be the first really major issue I have with this game. And that is, they really need to allow you to choose which controller you're going to use. That's currently just not the way it works. I have the Logitech X56 HOTAS plugged in, and I have my gamepad, my 360 controller plugged in. Now, I don't find the keyboard, I should say, steering to be as good as it was on 15. Now, they've made an adjustment to it. You can now go into your options and you can change, well, I thought you could change how quickly your wheels return to center, but that's not actually it. It changes how much distance it takes for your wheels to go back to center. Now that is more realistic, obviously. If you crank the wheels 90 degrees in your car at a dead stop and then let go of the wheel, they don't auto-reverse themselves back to center, right? They simply stay at 90 degrees, and as soon as you step on the gas, they'll try and go back to center if you're not holding on to the wheel. So I understand the principle of it. And with an analog input, that's fine. Because let's face it, the steering wheel on your car is an analog input. Your gamepad is an analog input, right? Joysticks, analog input. Keyboard, digital input. Which means as soon as you touch a key, it's putting all of its effort immediately into the action. Oh, I'm going to end up knocking the neighbor's crops down here. It puts all of the effort of that key immediately into action. You know, it's not like it's, you know, the harder or longer you press, the more it does. Right? Well, it does the longer because it's delayed so that it doesn't instantly snap to 90 degrees. But I think in 17 and 50, because you didn't have that option to implement, I guess, their version of better keyboard steering is what it boils down to. They had kind of a damper thing in the system, right? Now you can much more feel the fact that it is a completely digital input. You know, and you don't really notice it as much here, and I still find it far more comfortable to leave the steering center at 100%. So that, in fact, it doesn't act like real life. You'll see if I crank the wheels over, okay, as soon as I let go, they start going back to center, whether the vehicle moves or not. So again, that may not be very realistic, but what it really helps with is, one, you saw how close to that other field this one was? Alright, so even at 90% instead of 100%, unless you manually, by looking at it, set the wheels to center, the thing does this all over the bloody place when you're starting out, because you're trying to get it to level, but it takes 20 feet to go back to center, and 20 feet to go back to center, and, right? But at higher speeds, you also notice how much more digital the input is, because a little bit of a turn and you darn near 90 degreer. So, long story short, I would really like to be able to use my gamepad. Well, I have two choices. I can either crawl under my desk and disconnect my HOTAS every time I want to play Farm Sim, or I can crawl under my desk and reconnect my HOTAS every time I want to play something else that uses it. Man, I have 15-year-old games on this machine that work better than that. you know, when you go into the controller options, it says, what controller do you want to use, Space Ace? Right? Yeah, come on, Giants. You need that. I suppose the other option would be to go in and completely set every function they have currently listed to my HOTAS to nothing. Like go through each button one and just leave nothing in its place. And then bind everything into the gamepad. It's, yeah. There's really, oh, I'm completely full, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alright, not a biggie. You know, those are not good options when all it takes is, like I said, an option to... It recognizes the controllers, obviously, because it lists the HOTAS by name, and it lists it as a throttle and a stick by name, separate names, might I add, which is really quite nice. The 360 pad, of course, even though it is probably the most common controller for PC, again, Giants, you know, get it together. They're... Oh, almost did this last time too, ran right into this sign. It's still... They basically just... They're using Zinput, right? A raw version of Zinput as opposed to, you know, here's the mapping for a 360 controller for a driving game. Which, again, I get 15-year-old games that, you know, recognize my controller. I think it's that way? Well, come on, guys. I've only been there once. Yes, it is. Good. Well, at least I didn't go whipping past the entrance, because, believe it or not, this particular train ain't the easiest thing to turn around. Let's get this covered while we're at it, shall we? There we go. So yeah, and I've noticed there's been quite a lot of complaints in the forum. Either to the degree that, you know, people are having issues getting certain bindings to stick, etc., to the same issue I'm having. You know, you get multiple controllers overriding each other. Oh, and by the way, the bindings they gave the HOTAS? Wow. It's like they just guessed. Yeah. I don't know. But they really do. They need to have it as a separate thing. Once you pick that you only want your, you know, the Zinput to be functional, you know, with your mouse and keyboard, then that's all it should get. You know, it shouldn't still have the other one. You shouldn't have to go through a bunch of rigmarole to just do it. You know, and I'm certainly not, like I said, going to start crawling under my desk to connect and disconnect peripherals because a game thinks I should. So, anyway, there we are. That is like 8 minutes of rant, but you know what? It got us all the way to our destination. Let me get Big Papa map out of the way. Now, here's a new thing I discovered. Check this out. Now, in FS15, or sorry, 17, if you had a little train of trailers like this, and you rolled them up here, okay, now, notice as I get up here, nothing, 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 and nothing. What am I on? Oh, I'm on the forward one, okay, and I don't get a tip symbol. If I go to the rear trailer, oh, right away I get a tip. So let's tip it. Okay, it pops a cloth, it empties the trailer. Like, okay, cool, so they give them an order. Well, actually, no, they don't. As I found out. And as we'll see from the next stage. Okay, there's half our load. There's 21,000 liters. Now, these are dollies, so of course this is never cool. Yeah. Now, let's disconnect it. See, if I'll switch to my other trailer. There we go. Oh, this time it did. Ah, because the other one's out of the way, that's why. When the other trailer was directly behind it, I guess because it couldn't actually tip, it wasn't... Yeah, see, it goes away. And it's because the other trailer's in the way. If I disconnect the trailer... Oops. Let's disconnect the other trailer. Alright, again, I'm far enough out of the way to do it, right? So let's pull it back in the way here. I wish those had stayed straight. I'm going to turn around and come back the other way, just to show you. Because it won't actually let you tip if one trailer is going to interfere with the other. Alright, now let's come straight up. At least it didn't last time, unless there was something weird going on. Alright, there we are. We're plenty up there. No tip. Still no tip. Okay, we're on the right trailer. I'll switch them around. But yeah, we're on the right trailer. I'm going to have to actually... There, now if I disconnect the rear trailer, let's do that. And pull ahead, boom, instantly. I can tip this trailer. But you can see clearly as it tips, had I tried to do that with the other trailer there, yeah, see the issue? The door goes below the tongue of the trailer. So it would have hit the other trailer, in other words. And I guess rather than do what we saw with the header trailer, you know, where it ended up standing the whole machine off the ground because the two hitboxes intersected. It's just simply doesn't let you tip. I have no issue with that. I think that's pretty cool. That's sort of a dip toward realism I can handle. But yeah, please, please, Giants, get something done about the controllers. As I say, it's... I mean, even Euro Truck, American Truck, those sort of things, you can drive them with a keyboard. And it's not this sort of jerky. I mean, there's no smoothness, no matter what you... I mean, if you basically tap the thing like you were, you know, playing an idle clicker game, then you can sort of turn a little more smoothly. But we are almost finished this particular harvest. So very nice. Let's go up and grab the rest of the grain. Now I don't know if we're going to have to drive this leased equipment back to the shop, or if finishing the mission will unlease it. I have a feeling, you know. And unfortunately, I don't think that puppy's going to fit with the header on, so we're going to have to pull the header off and trailer it down, as you would expect one to do in real life. Oh, as well, suggestions for equipment to buy, stuff like that. Obviously, I would not have actually read those yet, so I do apologize. As I said, I'm mainly putting out 2 episodes so quickly because I did just spend an awful lot of time trying to figure out how I could get this to, well, sorry to say it, but how I could get it to run the way I would like it to. You know? Yeah. Well, we know that's easily going to fit in there, so let's get this guy fired up. I have no idea how it's running the screw that unloads the grain without being running, but there you go. It obviously has a system to do that. Now, speaking of systems, where did Olley me trailer? Alright, we should be able to fold your butt up now. There we go. Ladder's in, hatch is closed, away we go. Yep, fold that pipe. Alright, let's go. Let's go grab our trailer. I think it's way the heck down there, isn't it? Yeah, because for some reason I figured that was the quick way. I like that they've changed up the traffic a little bit. I've seen a few different vehicles now that we never saw before. Like there's one, that concrete truck, you know, or a cement mixer. That's pretty cool. Nice looking truck too. Like that's not a bad looking model for something that's just, you know, basically an NPC. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's pretend we have brakes, lad. Now, I have no doubt that Giants will be dropping a patch sometime soon. You know. I haven't found anything truly buggy or game breaking, but I think things like that are going to need to be addressed, because that's going to be an awful bug in a lot of people's bonnets. You know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, one thing or another is or isn't recognized, or they got to start unplugging stuff. And it's one thing to have my 360 controller plugged into a hub. You know, I haven't seen anything that has suggested that you should have to plug it. Well, I guess I wasn't as far back as I thought. Oh, there we go. Have to plug it directly to your computer. But even the troubleshooting section on Logitech's Hodas site, that's one of the first things they tell you to check. You know, make sure you've actually got it plugged directly in. Don't use hubs, even powered hubs. So, plus I don't really want that tangle of wiring on top of my desk. I have a powered hub, and I have a couple items plugged into it already. Thank you very much. Alright. So, oh, I know why I came in the other way, because I came from the shop and not from the, Alright, so let's get off the road to start with. Okay. Now, let's shut you down. And, oh man, no. Bad news all around, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see what he feels about it once we flip off the rest of the green. Maybe that'll finish the mission. The field is done, after all. And it is very, very nice that there are no time limits on these. I like this system much better. You know, instead of this, you have 9 minutes to complete the job. You know, you have taken on a contract. It's now up to you to, you know, finish said contract. And that's better. Much better system, in my humble opinion. Man, I'm just going to cut that corner just to be lazy. Now, I have crop destruction on, but of course I'm running row crop tires. So, assist boom bod should make a no effect. Although I guess the trailer's going to mess stuff up, isn't it? Alrighty, there's the mill. Now notice we also have labels on the map now, which is kind of nice. Yeah, no MR on here, but yeah, I'll tell you, you do want to be slowing down for that corner. I don't think it'll make it otherwise. I don't know that it'll roll, but yeah, it just goes out of control. Okay. I'm close enough to out of control without actually being out of control, know what I mean? Yeah. So, let's, just to make it nice and easy to get back at, let's go to there, and then we'll drop our last trailer. Plunk. And undo load. Achievement unlocked, a good deed. Contract on field 12 finished. Alright, plus 4202 harvest income. 801,000. So, I would imagine, though, that I have to return this kit, right? Let's have a look at our contractual obligations. Is that contracts? Yes, it is. Okay, contract, lease cost, minus, yeah, reimbursement, missing crops, no, total, 7,000, completed. Okay. So that's that one, and then we've got a bunch more, of course, that come up. Looks like that. Ooh, there's still that one for 27K, eh? Yeah, look at this fella. Santa Claus, what does he need done? Harvesting with a Johnny Deere. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Alright, let's come out of there. Let's go into here. Now, garage. Can I return? No, these things don't show up. Oh, owned item. Is there another category, perhaps? No? Ah, leased items. Apparently nothing's showing. Really? Oh, this stuff's gone. Really? So I have to walk home. Are you serious? It's just going to leave me here in the middle of... Well, that's just bloody lovely, isn't it? So it makes me go to the store to lease the stuff. And then when the job's done... I guess I could have returned it, and then... I don't know. But that's funny. Let's, whoa, mama, get off the train, boy. There we are. We're back home. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We got $809,000, huh? See, I was considering picking up some of the land over here. What do we got here? Yeah, we've got a wheat field. Needs plowing, needs lime, but that's okay. We obviously can't do the plowing till after. And by the way, I can't believe they still got this wrong, alright? Like, over there, through sugar beets, we have the sugar beet field, okay? And we put lime down. Well, it's not really something you do once a crop's in the ground. It's something you do to prepare the ground for a crop. Lime changes the pH of the soil. That's what it's for, right? It's not a food, it's not a macronutrient, it's not a micronutrient. It changes the pH of the soil. It will take very acidic soil and calm it down. Now, if you have a crop growing in soil and you throw lime on it, you'll burn the sucker right off at the roots. So, there you go. Just my opinion, what would I know? Alright, let's jump into El Mappy. And let's just see, field 21, eh? I don't know what that is. I think there's some kind of a cursor, but there you go, who knows. Now, how muchy? We can get a little puddle of water, eh? There we are. Ooh, it's not cheap, man. $281,000. That's that little cornfield. It's 107. Excuse me, my apologies. Okay. So we now own this. We do need to lime it up, according to them anyway. And, yeah. There's no weeds. It hasn't been fertilized. I suppose we could fertilize it. Our fertilizer tank is empty at the moment. So maybe rather than liming right away, we'll go get some Oh, really? Huh. Is that lime? Because remember I told the thing to unload? I backed it up there and clicked unload. Because I basically wanted it, if this is what this is, and it is. That's the chemical formula for lime, CaCO3. Well, that's pretty slicky dick, isn't it? Instead of just dumping a pile there, it actually gave me a portion of a container. And do you tell me how much of this container is here? Not really, eh? Well, that's alright. I'm not expecting everything. I am expecting to use my tractor here, though. Alright. And are we functional? Alright, now we're on the rear, I believe. Yes, excellent. So, we are going to go off to the shop and let's take this with us. That way we can dump a few, because we've now got 2 fields that require fertilization. Very nice. So, does this side meet up with the road? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Maybe it'll go this way then. So we still get just over $500,000. So I think we're all right there. Okay. Well, that side looks good. This side looks impossible to view. Let's head over to the shop and buy ourselves some limo. Limo. Yahoo! Go, little tractor, go. Alrighty. It's a neat truck, too. Okay. There we are. Let us leap in. And we want these guys, right? Right. Oh, maybe. Wheat, seed, piggy foods, lime, fertilizer, solid fertilizer, big bag. Wow. That's not cheap, man. Yikes. Okay. Well. Yeah. See, it would have been nice here, too, if they'd have given us an option to buy more than one. Oh, you can zoom out. This is what it looks like from 20 feet away. This is what it looks like if you're close enough to actually read the numbers. Alright, so, okay. We'll escape is how you buy it. That's kind of weird, guys. And... Alright. Let's leapeth out of there. Where'd they put them? Where'd you put them? Where'd you put them? Hello? Did I not buy them? You bingo chip, you didn't buy them, did you? No. Alright. Not a big deal. Big bags. And we want, buy. Oh, yeah. I guess that would have helped, eh? And buy? Yeah. Okay. See, now it makes a lot more sense that escape is back. A lot more. Alright, so, here we go. Yeah, things like this, I find it almost impossible with the non-snapback steering. Unfortunately. Then again, it has been said I'm perhaps not the brightest bulb in the pack. Alrighty. So far, the physics on loader stuff seems pretty good. You know, it doesn't seem to artificially snap to the fork, right? Like it's still at the same slightly goofy angle that I picked it up at. But it doesn't seem to want to just flop off of there every time I get close to a tiny bit of cornering either. So, and it's kind of nice to know that it does deposit these back in a usable form, eh? I was worried I'd have to buy an $800 bucket to scoop up my $100 worth of line. Alright, there we go. We are done and done. Alrighty. Does this have a cover? Something weird happened there for a moment. Oh, weird. Okay. I guess that's, I didn't know that. Well, we're on the trailer. That's weird. No, it doesn't seem to, does it? Okay. I just, for some reason, I thought that dude did have, you know, a proper working government. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's head back home. So our first successful contract. Very nice. And we got our first achievement. We are on our way. All the achieves for 15, all the achieves for 17. We will, of course, try within the next couple of years do the same for 19. So very, very good. But I think, guys, we're going to have to call her here for now. And, well, next time around, we'll see if there's been any suggestions as to what you would like to see. And I'm, you know, for probably the first time ever in this particular situation, I'm lost. Alright, for the first time ever on this particular map, I'm lost. Yeah. We knew it wouldn't take too long. There you are. Second episode. Oop. Nobody saw that. Still haven't gone the right way. That's alright. We can actually... Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. We should have just gone the other way out of the shop, that's all. But this is fine. So yeah, I really hope everybody enjoyed the episode. And again, it's something that needs addressed. It is not a downfall of the game. I mean, not everybody's, you know, especially if they're into these sort of games, who's going to have a HOTAS and all that other stuff plugged in. But odds are, if you're a simulator fan, yeah, you're going to have something else plugged in. So let's hope they get to it. Let's hope they get to it indeed. Alright, folks, till next time, this has been Species 7. Take care of each other. Have an awesome day. And ciao for now.